Hey, what's going on, y'all? Brother Doug here. First and foremost, I just want to say sorry to all my fans out there. I know it's been like a month and a half since I posted a video. The reason being so is, I guess you guys know, I'm a pretty much a busybody. Whether I have work, as I'm here on my lunch break, writing on the side, just plenty of stuff. My plate is full right now, so and I do I tell you guys this, I do oftenly wanted to do blogs, but then time is just not my friend, and I've said that countless amount of times that welcome to adulthood, basically. Welcome to life. But as you can see, I cleared out my schedule fully to do this review. I've been waiting for this movie since they announced it. What 3 years ago, and here we are now talking about it, and I just can't wait to get into the review. But before I do that, I just want to say I want to thank you to Stephanie at Lionsgate. Stephanie is actually a fan of my blogs, y'all. She's been watching me since 2012. She says since Samurai, and she actually works for Lionsgate. And she sent me an email on Facebook, my Facebook page, saying, "Hey, I love your blogs, and I'm a fan." He's like, "Hey, I understand if you live in the Bay Area. Would you like to go see the Power Rangers movie screening?" And then when she hit me with that, I said, "Yeah." So I had to clear my schedule and stuff. I had to switch shifts with another person. I saw the movie, and I want to get into this review. So you know the drill. As I do with all my reviews, I give what I like, what I dislike, my references, and just my overall opinion. So without further ado, let's get started. So what I liked, first things first, Billy. I love Billy. Billy was awesome. The fact was, it was like I was watching myself being portrayed on screen, minus the morphing and autism. No, I did have a little bit of social anxiety in high school. I was definitely kind of the outcast. Didn't really fit in with everybody. Definitely was a fan, obviously, of, the nerdy stuff. I don't really like to call myself a nerd. I just happen to like things that most people are too insecure to like. But it was cool seeing that. I'm witty sometimes, as people say. I crack jokes here and there. Even you guys said it. But hey. But seeing that portrayed on screen is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Cathartic. So shout out to RJ Cyler. Think about it. All five of them were awesome. All five of the kids were awesome because you actually felt for them. I think that was something that Transformers and, well, to an extent, Ninja Turtles 2 was missing. I liked during the Zord battle that the individual Zords had weapons. I know they had weapons in the show, but the thing I liked about this was the individual Zords actually had more to do, because you watched the first season of Mighty Morphin. All they did, of course, everyone wants to see the Megazord form, but they barely had the other, Saber-Tooth Tiger, Mastodon, and Triceratops really do anything. Like they didn't really have a big part to play except connect with the T-Rex to form the actual Megazord. I liked this Alpha, and not to discredit the original Alpha, because I'm the hardcore '90s Power Ranger fan, just Power Ranger fan in general. But this Alpha actually had more to do. He was training the Rangers, helping them fight in the pit. I'll get more to that in the dislikes a little bit. But if I had to choose between an Alpha, I'd definitely choose Bill Hader's Alpha. Just like people could choose their Jokers. Do you want Heath Ledger's, Jared Leto's, Jack Nicholson's, Mark Hamill's? I'm going to choose Bill Hader's. Now, speaking of the Megazord, I loved how they emphasized on how the Zord gets controlled. I always wanted to know that. Remember, I was supposed to do a Sentai and Ranger stereotype video a long time ago, but like I said, my schedule just has my hands tied. But one of the things I was gonna say is, how come everybody's in the cockpit? Like, did everybody have a steering wheel? Who's the main person to control the like? And with this, they definitely emphasize that like everybody has a function. Like Zach, you the leg, Billy, you're the leg. Trini and Kimberly, you guys are the arms, and I'm gonna be the chest. Jason. Like, okay, everybody has their different parts. Like, I want to know that in Power Rangers and Sentai in general. Like, why is everybody in the cockpit? When the first preview released, I had a few issues with it. Because one, I saw something that definitely didn't happen in Ranger continuity, Jason and Kim hooking up. But some argue that, because they did kind of hang out together in Turbo, go scuba diving. Well, let's agree to disagree about that, if they hooked up or not. Maybe they're just going as friends. But anyways, back to the subject. I'm glad that it didn't go that route, having them hook up, because it would have just been out of Ranger continuity. But then again, this is a reboot. But I mean, you can't please everybody, but I'm glad they didn't go that route. And I like how they took a jab at Transformers. How there's always that beef going on, Power Rangers versus Transformers amongst fans. I don't really care, because I like both franchises. I love Power Rangers just a little more because I'm more, enriched with the mythology. But that's for another blog. But I love how they took a jab at Transformers when during the Zord fight, T-Rex picked up the Mustang, and then Jason said, "I'm sorry, Bumblebee." Some fans are clapping because they know about the beef going on between Transformers fans and Power Rangers. Lastly, you know I got to talk about this: the cameos. Speaking of Kimberly, she was in there along with my favorite Ranger of all time, Tommy, Jason David Frank. Everybody started cheering and clapping. One dude stood up like getting a standing ovation, like, hey! And then some lady next to her was like, "Who is that?" Because she was with her dude. Because I guess her dude was a fan. Because he explained who that was. She was like, "Why is everybody clapping?" And so her dude told her, like, "Oh, those are the original Rangers." She was like, "Oh, okay." And here comes the hard part: the dislikes. Everyone clapped definitely when they actually said it's morphin time, and it came out with the suits, with the slow walk. But during the first putty fight, when Jason transmuted his sword out of his hand, it was cool, definitely. But everyone was like, "Okay, where's the power axe? Where's the lance? Where's the where's everybody else's weapon?" I mean, it would have been nice for them to all wield their original weapons. The bow, the axe, the lances, the staff. I mean, it just would have been cool. I mean, not to discredit Jason and his sword, but I mean, hey, how come he's the only one with the weapon? Now, I was talking with a few fans after the screening, before the post-credit scene came up, which I'll get to in a minute. It's so funny how people are so hypocritical. They bash Man of Steel because of the whole destruction scene. All those millions of deaths. And wait a minute, but you saw Godzilla, and then you saw Power Rangers movie. You see that destruction? It's like they had no regard for the... I mean, I'm sure they had regard, like, oh, look, there's people down there, but, I mean, they were just reckless with the Zords, I remember Zach, it was the one with the Mastodon, was tumbling over, and I guess definitely had to kill some people, because some people were fleeing, not just from the putties, but from him. Like, come on, and the thing was, they were in mid-conversation talking, no one said, hey, make sure the people go to safety, or, just some kind of regard for the townsfolk. I mean, the only person that got somebody to safety was Jason, and that was his pops. So, of course, he's gonna look out for his family. Speaking of Jason's pops, let's get to the references. When he was driving, trying to find Jason because the whole destruction was going on, he was like, "Hey, I'm at Mariner Bay and Reefside." I'm like, "Oh, snap! Lightspeed Rescue and Dino Thunder." Dino Thunder, another Dino theme, because like I mentioned, the Rangers in the original Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Season 1, they didn't meet in detention; they were already friends. But Dino Thunder, however, they all met in detention. So, it's nice that they reference that. And I told you, I think they taking bits and pieces from different seasons because, they mentioned the Zeo Crystal. Now, you guys know I'm known for having a keen eye. Did anyone notice that Scorpion during the pit scene when they first went to the pit? Was that Scorpion maybe a spy of some sort? Will we see that Scorpion again in the sequel? You guys know what I'm talking about. Scorpina. I believe so, because remember, Scorpina did debut during the Green with Evil arc, and since the next movie is definitely Green with Evil, because they hinted at Tommy at the end. Oh, yeah. Before I get into more detail, I loved how people cheered, too, in the beginning of the movie, where we see Rita in the Green Ranger costume. Like, oh, snap! So definitely in the sequel, he's going to have the shield or whatnot. Alright, y'all, so overall, guess what? I give this movie 5 out of 5. I'm not saying that because I'm a Power Ranger fan. I was entertained. I got all the references. I was hanging at the edge of my seat. It was just. I had a very good movie-going experience with this movie. I mean, you know how they say the popcorn flick. This was definitely made for the hardcore fans, and I was pleased. So now that we got that out the way, what do you guys expect to see in the sequels? I mean, it's already a given, Tommy. But what route do you expect them to go? Do you expect them to have Zed be the one to give Tommy the green coin? Do you expect Rita to return? She's going to return, because you see how she slowly was floating to the moon? Everyone see? I got the reference. Like, oh, snap. It was just, they needed a dumpster, and then it would have been A-okay. Yeah, let me know in the comments below, y'all. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. For Instagram, it's Brother Doug E, I-E at the end. And for Facebook and Twitter, it's Brother Doug. But other than that, y'all, deuces.